And moving to the economy now, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported a better than expected jobs report for April. The U.S. economy added 115,000 jobs last month, which is much higher than the 65,000 jobs that were predicted. The unemployment rate stayed steady at 4.3%. CBS News MoneyWatch correspondent and co-host of CBS Saturday Morning, Kelly O'Grady, joins me now. Kelly, great to see you. Thanks for being here. We're talking a lot about the state of the economy with everything going on in Iran, but with these jobs numbers, what does that tell us about how the economy is doing right now?
Great to be with you. And at the stock exchange, even after it closes, there's still a lot of celebrating right on cue. So look, this tells me that the job market is solid. It's resilient. I don't want people to say, oh, wow, this is a huge number, because if you go back to a couple years ago when we saw that big sort of surge coming out of COVID, that was when everyone was saying, wow, we are going gangbusters. It's really strong. But it is solid. And so I think this was the first month where the last couple of months there was a lot of noise. We had a healthcare strike, a really bad February, a really strong March that was actually revised upward in this particular April jobs report. And so this shows us, even with all of the uncertainty, companies are still hiring, and hiring, by the way, across a number of industries. It wasn't just healthcare that was the driver. It was retail, leisure and hospitality, transportation and warehousing. The thing, though, that did concern me is that wages did not rise as much as I was hoping. In fact, especially as prices are rising with rising gas prices, we only saw wages increase 0.2%. We like that to be higher than how much prices are rising so that you get more room in your wallet. And then the labor participation rate dropped to the lowest level since September 2021, mainly because of immigration policies, as well as people just saying, hey, I'm not finding a job that fits my skill set. I'm just going to tap out for a little while. But at the highest level, I would say this is a resilient, good job market.
And Kelly, it's interesting because when you look at consumer sentiment, that's still pretty low. There's this new report out from the University of Michigan saying that it's hit a new low, actually. So what should we make of that? Is that kind of speaking to that uncertainty that you're talking about?
Yeah, so basically, we track consumer sentiment because if consumers don't feel good because of what's happening with the war in Iran and whatever else may be frustrating them, they might go out and spend less. This is where we might see companies pull back from their hiring. We just haven't seen it yet. And that's where my focus will be in terms of whether the war with Iran does impact companies. Yeah, maybe on the cost side with energy prices, but it's really going to be whether consumers start spending less.
All right, we will stay tuned. Kelly O'Grady, thanks for navigating all that noise for us. We appreciate your insights and reporting.